Well, I feel like this has been my life lately. Don't mind to continue. I freaked out. So this is kind of like take two. I forgot to enable the audio one, so making sure enabled. Yeah. All right. Well, let's start the game immediately. Imagine here again for the second time. We're playing Bedrot by LiminAce. This game contains swearing, flies, trash, and bedrotting. We like to view the spoiler content warnings. Heck yeah! This game also contains themes of depression, isolation, despair, and agoraphobia. Me lately. Reader discretion is advised. Now, dear reader, let's begin. How long has your life been like this? You haven't a clue. But given your situation, you don't care about that. True. If you're laying down on the bed. 5 question marks and a triple dot. Rise and shine, Alice Abbott. So this game is related to another game that they are still work in progress, I think. Again, the Cardinal Park case. Currently it has chapter 4. Now, I'm not sure if there will be more anyways. What time is it? The time shouldn't really matter to you. Not when you're just gonna stay inside all day. Whatever. I'm just gonna do what I do best. Sit and watch TV. For me, just checking around the computer. And still hoping someone would commission me or something. Or ask for some help or something, you know. It's gotten so bad that you can't bring yourself to get out of bed. In order to look around, you find yourself having to click on everything in the room. Why not click the trash one first? You're so tired most of the time that you can't even bring yourself to put the trash in here. Nice. The trash has piled up so much that it almost covers the windows. Not for me though, I'm still building though, at least. Well, like, who knows. I would take out the garbage. If I didn't have to go outside. Okay. You haven't bothered to clean that up. Too much of a hassle when you're already living filth. You're grateful for this. Grateful that you don't have to go out for food. Epic. Otherwise, you would have died long ago. I mean, you'll still be dying if you don't get out for food, though. You maybe need to call someone to fix this. You maybe need to call someone to fix this. Alas, the stench of rotting wood is nothing for you. And when you live with the flies. You used to actually use this for studying. Now it just eats up energy you haven't paid for in weeks. You don't have anything to say on that? You used to care about that crack in the wall, but now it's just decoration. Nice. Okay. So this. Even though you live in this dorm for quite some time, you never finish unpacking. Looks like it's gonna stay that way. Your lovely food-stained bed. It's more of a home to you than this dorm. Interesting. It's you! Your sad hermit little self. As if you didn't know that already. Fine, we'll kick the TV now. You would have lost your head without this lovely contraption. Wanna watch something? Okay. Let's save here then. Escape. Fuck that. Sit yourself then. Have fun stewing in your thoughts. Yeah. Fuck yeah. You switch the TV on. Just like every single day. Just like every single time we open like singing the laughter. People always tell you to be consistent. And here you are, consistently staying in bed and watching TV. Even though you do this every day, the TV's flickering light still burns your retinas. Switch the channel. You switch through the channels. News, sports, questionable stuff, kids shows. You settle on my 30-day wedding. Yes, you know that just about everything in that show is staged. But you like it. You like seeing these people be so petty towards each other. Be so petty towards each other. Seeing them beat the shite out of each other over silly things like soap reminds you of why you're even here. I know that some might think that I'm missing out on life. But I'm perfectly fine missing out on people. Even in my 30-day wedding stage, you can't help but that there is some level of truth to the pettiness. You remember how when you actually attended class, some boy began trying to prank you. And by prank, I don't mean silly things like dialing random numbers. I mean shite like trying to dump acid on me. Damn. And it was all because I didn't want to work with him on a project. Maybe I came across too harshly when rejecting him. When rejecting him. Nuts. Triple nuts. A massive part of you believes that the world is a shiny place. True. But the idea that maybe it's your fault is tempting. Freaking knows. At times, you know. Maybe not really. You sit back and think of it back. You sit back and think of it some more. Bayach found dead on the TV, interesting with a skull, and a smiling reporter. As if, at least if something's your fault, you can fix it. Yeah. You switch to the news channel. You feel like watching something informative. Good evening, citizens of Libretto City. Good evening. You're not surprised or disappointed in yourself than anything. You used to wake up at the crack of dawn to get shite done. Now you wake up at the crack of dusk to lay and rot. You bring your attention back to the TV. Thoughts aren't good for you. Very true. Today, we bring you a grisly case. A murder. Another one, just like every day. Yes, I know that you see this shite every day, but this one is so bad that we have to show you. We zone out a bit while the reporter talks about the crime scene. About how the victim was found under Cardinal River. with half of her face burned off and her breast torn. Interesting. So it's probably I still have to play the other game. The victim was named Emma Greenwood. Your ears perk up. Remember that she was one of your classmates back when you went to class. And she was also one of the only people to check up on you. One of the only people to check up on you. You sure that she was a good person? She sure as hell didn't deserve to die in such a horrific way. Why is the world like this? Me too, bud. Me too. I mean, reality as well, you know. I always say that you could do everything right and still have something horrible happen to you. Doesn't really matter if you do good or do bad, whether or not. Sometimes doing bad is even like the best in this world anymore. It's still shite, you know. You decide to sleep again. A little bit. And just like every night, you don't dream. On one hand, if you don't dream, you can't remind yourself that this situation does suck. Plus, you don't have nightmares about how a stranger is gonna bust in to strangle you. On the other hand, sleep is getting boring without dreams. True. Sleep just consists of your random thoughts bouncing off of each other. It's too much like when you're awake. Rise and shine again. Even though you got well over half a day of sleep, your eyes are still glued shut. Not to mention that the sunlight makes you wanna clamp your eyes. You don't enjoy sunlight. You don't even go out to feel its warmth. It's just a nuisance to you, something that stops you from triple nuts. You can't think of what it stops you from doing. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Rotting away. That's what. It's in moments like this where you question everything. No. You didn't question it when trash began piling up in your room. Nor did you question it when people showed up at your door with bills, letters of expulsion, all the good shite. Nice. Now that the sunlight is hitting you, you question it. Part of you wants to go over the window and cover it up with something. Cover it up with something. But you also don't want to see the dent you left in the bed for how long you've laid here. Okay? It makes everything feel too real. You hide from the light under the wrinkled covers. You don't slip under there. You lay awake. The sunlight barely penetrates the thin fabric, but it's better than your eyes being fried. There's nothing to distract you from your thoughts under the covers. Nothing but the faint buzzing of flies around the garbage. You try to make out little conversations the flies might be having. Anything to distract you from your mind. After what feels like an eternity, the room is dark again. You prop yourself up again. Just another night of nothing. That's what I expect. Just like every single night since you cage yourself in here. The only difference is that now you're realizing how miserable it is. Why do you have a trash bin if you never use it? It's only now that you realize how overpowering the stench is. You feel bad for whoever lives on this floor of the dorms. But that guilt isn't enough to drag you out. You haven't bothered to clean that up, okay? Don't watch my ass away earlier. Okay, same thing. Okay, same thing. The only problem with having this takeout container there is that it's probably all moldy now, yeah. Might make you die quicker though. It used to actually... Okay, same thing. Lovely food, same bed. It's more of a home to you than this store. Looking closer into the crevice between the mattress and the wall, there's something weird. It's you! Okay, let me save it here first. Before I investigate. Let's see if you didn't know that already. Looks like you didn't turn off the TV last night. Oh well, you were already behind on the electricity bills. No use in caring now. Something here though. Huh? What's this? You can't discern what it is. Maybe it's a plant of some kind. You don't know what it would be. You don't know what it would be living off of. Maybe off of the food scraps under your bed. Maybe off of the decaying wood. No use in wondering about it though. No use in wondering about anything now. You lay back down in bed, stomach completely empty. So days go on and on. You feel like your head's becoming more empty. You can remember how when you were younger, the lives of you and your sister were filled with joy and whimsy. As much as you can get in the Bedrot City at least. Triple dots. You know that your sister's off being productive. Working in forensics of some kind. Heck, she's probably working on Emma's Greenwood case right as you're out. How would she feel if she saw me like this? Everyone in my family thinks I'm off getting some psychology degree. They all think I'm actually doing something with my life. When I'm just rotting. That's the best word for it. I used to be something. Someone. Now I'm just some husk. Okay. Triple dots. You remember when Emma came to check up on me? She asked if anything had happened. You tried to pinpoint what happened. You're still trying, to be quite frank. At least if something did happen to you, the state of your life would be justified, right? Triple dots. Maybe it wasn't a single bad thing that happened. Maybe it was a bunch of smaller things piling up. Ellipsis. Even though you've spent the better part of the day sleeping, you're too tired to think. You just want rest. It's been long overdue. When you wake up, the sun is blaring on you, and your little plant friend. Why is there so much sunlight out there? The Bedrot city is usually all dark and gloomy. Why is it all bright now of all times? Sometimes you like to think that it's sunny because you're not out there. Self-aggrandizing. Frick yeah. Funny? Hell yeah. At least it's funny in your mind. Seeing the sun out reminds me that everyone's out there doing stuff. At least in the night. Okay. Hang on a bit. People are doing what I do for the most part. My nose is itching at the moment. Sorry about that. Eating, watching TV, and sleeping. Triple butts. But I know that's not true when the sun is shining. You lay back down again. You truly hate being reminded of what you could be doing instead of laying in bed all day. You know it's your fault that you're like this. You struggle to sleep through the day, lost in thought. I know that some people out there feel the exact way that I do. But it manifests so differently for people. Some people just turn to alcohol. Some turn to adrenaline hunting. Some throw themselves into work and become even more productive. Me! Sometimes. Triple nuts. I think that any of those people are more productive than I am. Who knows? Not really. Even the alcoholic and adrenaline junkie. Alcoholic, I think. They just only say alcohol. Because at least they're putting themselves out into the world. Triple nuts. Why do my feelings manifest this way? Night falls yet again. Just like every single night. Do you know how insanity is defined? You really should. Considering that you barely survived one semester of university. Triple nuts. No answer. Ah, shucks. Explains why you stopped attending class. Insanity is when you do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That's exactly what you're doing. The thing is, I know nothing's gonna change. No shite, it isn't. I know that every single day is the same. But how different am I compared to other people then? Alright, good point. The way you view it, with regards to insanity, you're the same as most people. People go to university expecting to outshine their peers, even if they're using the same study habits from high school. People go to work every single day, doing random stuff for an apathetic boss, expecting that out of all of the other employees, they'll be the ones to get rich. It's all the same to you. Except for the fact that society doesn't consider what you do to be productive. Triple nuts. You do miss blissful ignorance. You hate being able to see the systems for what they are. You hate how you can just go along with it like everyone else. Even though it all is the same, the difference is that those people are happy. While I'm not. Very slow triple nuts. Don't be such a Debbie Downer. Maybe you should watch some TV to return to your usual state of apathy. Can barely smell the rotting touch from here, mostly because it blends with the rest of the others. Okay. Be surprised that no one showed up at your door complaining about this. I haven't bothered to clean that up. Okay, same thing. You can tell if there's leftover rice in the container, or if it's just a bunch of maggots. I said that straight forward. The wall looks a tad bit bulkier than usual. Did I not check the wall before? I think I checked. Strange. It's soft. The plant looks different from yesterday. Smells different too. Your very food-stained bed, laying here for so long, has left a massive indentation in the bed. I feel almost embarrassed by it. And you know that no one comes here anyways. Alright. Looks like the TV's off. You don't remember turning it off. Guess that they finally cut the power. Explains why the lamp's off. This day was coming. And now your one source of entertainment is gone. All that can keep me occupied now are my thoughts or sleep. But it doesn't matter that the power is gone. Most of my time is spent sleeping and thinking anyways. White noise rings in your mind. Your stomach grumbles with hollowness. And your eyes just don't want to stay open. Regardless of if you sleep for 3 or 18 hours, your eyes want to stay clamped, shut in eternal. Your eyes want to stay clamped, shut in eternal slumber. Your eyes give in, and darkness is all you see. Your other senses are hidden, but even they feel dull. You know that it smells slightly worse in here than usual. You're used to the stench of mold and rotting wood. But you're beginning to pick up the odor of decaying meat. The flies are gonna love that. You wake up from another dreamless night. That's good. Check the log. You can't see anything on the log. Nothing to remind of what you could be missing out on. And it's night. You either slept for only a few hours or for an entire day. Probably going to fall right back asleep any minute. You're starting to wish that you'd stay asleep forever. It's close to blocking off the exit. It's not like it matters. I was never going to leave in the first place. Quite a thought of despair here. But it's true. There's nothing out there for you. Sure that no one in your family cares. You're sure that even if you finally did go out, you'd be miserable. Hell, the one person you remember being kind to you wound up dead. What does that mean? Does it mean that you have to resort to artistry if you want to live? The worst part of it all is that even after thinking about it, you don't know the root of your issues. Maybe it was a bunch of small things snowballing up to something massive. We can't even figure out the smaller things. Triple dots. You fall back asleep for a long, long time. And again, it's dreamless. You've come to realize maybe you don't dream because of your mind. Mind itself. It's a prison. Triple dots. Triple dots. How more dots? Smells like blood and guts. And guts are spread around the room. Scent of rat overpowers you. Gone is the foul odor of garbage, replaced by just the scent of your room. You can't make anything out in the darkness, but you're sure that maggots and larvae are festering in the takeout container. Feel tethered to the bed by now. You've been here for so long. Why bother leaving? Instead of rat overpowers you. It's too late for you now. And very useless to you. Still the same thing on that. Can't even smell the rotting wood anymore. You just smell your room. The exit's blocked. You're too late. The vines rot. Guts. The substance stay wrapped around you. You don't try to fight it. You want to scream, but you're too tired. The strange tentacles poke through you, stitching you straight to the bed. Oh, that's like your thoughts. I mean, never intended to leave the Never intended to leave in the first place. Not for a long time, at least. And now that you're truly chained to the bed, you expect to regret it all. You don't. You have no dreams to live for. So your nightmares became your reality. And Bedrot. There we go. I guess that's it. Let me check if I missed some dialogues. I'll be right back. Okay, I did miss some dialogues here, so another one. Okay, still the same thing on this one, like the last. Same thing in here. I guess that's it. So let's go to Game Man, the title. So that's it. Alright. That's the only missed dialogue. It's just another one. So that's it for Bedrot. Yeah. Could feel it, like certain things I could sympathize at least with the character as well. It's just really about like, you know, like really many negative thoughts as well. I mean, so many number of dialogue as well are so like relatable as well, especially like how it is right now in reality as well. And I know like basically like, you know, the like I'm not a person most of the time that gives slight advices, considering I also kind of suck at it and suggestions, but still, yeah. So there are some probably game, like from the other game thing I guess up there is that I don't know yet, like basically like probably the Emma Greenwood thing, so like probably in the Cardinal Park case. But again, I'm just much better if I could just save it for that, play one full game, kinda like play part by part, so you know, just to save some time at least instead just go for one go. Who knows? I'm not sure, but I wonder if they will release it on Steam so I could buy it much easier to this. So if they will plan like the later chapters to be created, if that's going to be the case. So that's it for Bedrot. Again, a very relatable game in some case. In some to most cases. Really enjoyed it. And yeah. Just I would say very relatable game. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time to another game, I guess. So, bye bye, and may stars guide you.